Hello friends, we are at the gas station right now. We're getting gas and then we are going to the pumpkin patch. All right. And that means that everything's going to be all right in the world. Because once I get to the patch, it's like I'm reunited with my family. It's a family reunion. All the pumpkins gather. Where we at?
With that pumpkin pie, baby.
We're gonna find our way out of here. It's been 7 days. Someone send help. Okay, we just got back from the patch and I'm just quickly measuring in my office because I wanted to add another desk in here because I think it will really help with my crafts and my craft supplies, and also give Jared a little space if he wants to like set up something in here as well. So we're gonna measure quickly. I'm gonna make sure it's at IKEA and then we're going. friends, I'm cutting out these diamond paintings right now. I did so many diamond paintings over the last like week and a half, especially when I was sick. I'm addicted to it. I even have a huge Lord of the Rings one that I'm working on, which you may have seen in that same vlog where I was sick. I decided to cut these out because I do, all but 2 of them, I do really want to put up in the office somewhere because I think they're pretty. I potentially am going to frame them. I kind of have like a makeshift collage wall that I'm working on. I just kind of continue adding to it, but I always knew that I wanted to get a second desk right here and that I wanted to get the little pegboards from IKEA because I have so many craft supplies and I'm constantly crafting. Like I go through different crafts. I go through different phases of crafting because I just enjoy crafting. It really shuts my brain off. It keeps me off my phone. It makes me really happy, but I just kind of oscillate through all of my different crafting. And so like right now it's diamond painting and I'm really liking air dry clay and polyamorous clay. So I wanted to get these pegboards once I found like the inspiration of how I could set them up. And I was looking it up pretty deeply the other day because the desk that I already have in my office, I found a matching one. They had been out of stock for a while. So they finally got like 10 more in and we got it today. I got the pegboards. So we are finally getting in the second office, which I think will really like help me keep things clean. Cause this corner, like I've probably cleaned it with you on camera a million trillion times and I still can't keep it clean. It continues to be the bane of my existence. And the worst part about it is that like this closet, we have to really makeshift how the storage works because there are no shelves. There are no shelves. So we bought 2 short Billy bookcase shelves a while ago, like when we were first moving in here. And they work great, but like it's not the best type of storage. It's not the best at like organizing things. And I have this really old Target like square bookshelf situation that we're using in our bedroom closet for like clothing storage and organization. And I actually wish we would have invested in the square ones, more cube ones than the short Billy bookcase, because I think that would have helped with organization much more than what we're dealing with now, but we already got them. I do think I need to get like a few baskets, some basket situations to make organization better, but because our organization sucks so bad in the closet, I just really struggle with the craft situation because it's like so tedious to get it in and out and move all of these things around to get the crafts in and out. So I just end up leaving it out and it just lives back there and it really bothers me. It really bothers me. It's so messy. So anyway, Jared's going to Lowe's really quickly because the anchor that we have does not fit the screws that we need to use for the pegboard. So I'm cutting these out and then I'm just gonna build the desk because it's pretty easy to build. And then we can start organizing. I probably won't do everything today. Some of it will probably be tomorrow. But who knows, when I get hyper fixated on a project, I kind of just like finish it all in that one day. I'm currently listening to the Good Hang podcast, Amy Poehler's podcast, because I really love Amy Poehler. I just love Parks and Rec so much. It's so comforting to me. And I'm listening to the Kristen Wiig one. I love Kristen Wiig.
I don't have to try to be the one you want. Celebrity chewing on a bit of mint leaves in her 18-story room. You never even had to be the lucky one. He followed, descending a spiral staircase into a tangle so very young. When you're giving giving me this side by side. You bet I'm gonna rip around. You got me out there. You got me out there now. When you're giving me this side by side, you bet I'm gonna rip around. You bet I'm gonna rip around. You bet I'm gonna rip
Good morning, friends. I demolished my matcha. It was so good. I've been obsessed with season 4 of the Critical Role campaign. I'm not reading. All I'm thinking about is getting through the Critical Role campaign. I'm a little halfway through episode 1. I actually restarted because I felt like I missed some pivotal moments of it, which like feels fair because these are 4.5 hour long sessions. I feel they're like 3 to 4 hours. So I've been watching them in increments, but it's like reading an audiobook. It's just like been my companion throughout my days, and I'm really enjoying that a lot. But yeah, this campaign has been so fun. Brennan is such a great DM, and I knew him from College Humor. I've kind of dabbled in Dropout, but I haven't seen his campaigns on Dropout, and I was actually wondering why he looked so familiar to me, and then Jared was like, oh my god, that's the guy from College Humor and Dropout, and I was like, it is! This campaign also started off on a very somber note, and I haven't really caught up on the other campaigns. I started campaign 2, I think, a little while ago, and I just didn't fully commit to it, and I think the excitement of this one being new and actually coming out frequently has been motivating me to continue picking it up. But I was having a lot of fun when I was listening to the other campaign. I just haven't like gotten through it. But I know a lot of these voice actors and players from like many different things on the internet, so it's really fun. And also Abria DMs other like one-offs a lot. I'm sure she does more than that, but I've seen her on some one-offs that I've watched, specifically with Baldur's Gate actors. I was so happy to see them because I had so much fun watching those one-offs. Also, y'all, we did so much yesterday. I did get the desk like situated. We got the corkboard situated. I keep saying corkboard, it's a pegboard. I had a vision for what I wanted the pegboard to be, but then we made the wrong decision and we stacked the pegboards on one wall when we should have put one on one wall and one on the other wall. It is what it is. It's staying where it is. So I have to re-envision things a little bit because the top part of the pegboard is a little bit too tall for me to reach. It's not super inconvenient where I could never reach it, but I shouldn't put anything there that I'm reaching for often. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I still have other pieces that I think are going to be really useful. So I have 2 of these little flat pieces. I don't know what you would call them, but I have 2 of these. One of them is already hanging on there because I was just seeing how things like fit on the board. So I think this is going to be perfect for paints, for stacking some of my clay in here, for some of the glazing materials that I have for like my air dry clay and my polyamor clay. I have 2 of these, I think. Did I get 2 of them? I may have only gotten 1 because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put like my paintbrushes and such in here. And this also came with like some clips. So in the corner where it's going to be more difficult for me to reach, I'm thinking of putting these so that I can put like different diamond painting or art pieces up there just to showcase them for fun. And I got these little guys, which are like kind of another version of hooks, but they might be a little better for like scissors and stuff like that. I also have a craft cart in the corner that I was like, oh, I can put this underneath the desk and that way it's sort of out of the way, but also an organizer. It's too tall. It's gonna be too tall, so I guess it'll just stay in the corner. Maybe we can use it for other things. I feel like the trend of the book cart got me good. I mean, I did use it for its intended purpose at the time, which was as a book cart, and it just messed up my books. So I stopped using it and I hated using it as a book cart. And so now I used it as my craft cart, which it was great for. I don't know, I guess I could like put it next to the desk on this side, but I feel like it may be too cluttered. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I really just have to organize things, but it'll be the best change from this corner being a mess with all my craft stuff. Also, because we were so active yesterday, I slept so good today, but I also think it might be because I got a new pillow. I got this Coop pillow for side sleepers. I've been looking for a side sleeper pillow that had really good reviews because I was thinking of the Cube pillow, but every time I look on Reddit, which is where I look for a lot of my reviews, the reviews aren't like amazing. So I started searching best pillows for side sleepers and stomach sleepers, and the Coop one came up like 15 different times, and for the most part all of it was very positive. I think the big thing about this pillow is that you can add or take away the stuffing within it so that it adjusts to what kind of sleeper you are, and it has like a little cutout in the middle, which has been surprisingly very comfortable and like nice for me and my little shoulder. And the 2 nights that I've had the pillow, I've slept decently, but last night I especially slept super well. Also could have been because we walked the equivalent of like 6.9 miles yesterday. So that also could very much be why. Anyway, we are going to spend the rest of today organizing and refreshing. I'm probably going to get myself ready because that often motivates me a little bit more than just staying in my PJs. I also have some sprints later with my patrons for our book club pick, and that's what I'm going to be reading today as well. I'm going to be reading, well, when I'm not watching Critical Role, I am going to be reading Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. I'm really excited about this. It's supposed to be like a slow historical fiction horror book, and I typically vibe with this. If Isabel Cañas has taught me anything, I do vibe with slow historical horror.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2 outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree.
I think that this is the best it's gonna get in terms of organization right now, because I need to get some more stuff for the pegboard. I think I want to get another one of these little bucket things because it seems to carry the most. The flat ones are nice. Like, they're nice because I can see so much of what's on there, but I fear that things like my loose paints, where I don't have the box for them anymore, is not helpful. They just keep falling over. But otherwise, it's like existing how I want it to exist, I guess, is what you could say, because I just love the idea that I will be here doing like crafty things if I want to, or I'm here playing my games and sprinting, or whatever else needs to happen in my lair. It's also helped with the corner immensely, so I'm either gonna put the 2 nightstands. We had these 2 nightstands from our old place because we had a second bedroom that was like an actual bedroom for guests, and in this place we decided that we just wanted to make this a complete office. We didn't want a bed in here, so we ended up selling our bed, and we thought that the 2 nightstands that we had with that bed would still function somewhere in this space, and it doesn't. So I do have a coworker who actually just moved and she was in need of some furniture, so I think I'm gonna hit her up and be like, hey, do you want any of these 3 things? Because I'm gonna give away the cart and I'm gonna give away the 2 nightstands. Otherwise I'll probably just put them on like Facebook Marketplace or something. I'll have my friend do that because I don't have Facebook. But once those 3 items are out of here, like, things will be good. I think it'll be really nicely organized in here and I'll feel a little bit better. I do need to work on my shelves though. My shelves are a disaster. Also, we've been sprinting and I have been listening to more of Buffalo Hunter Hunter, and I'm really sucked into it. I'm really loving the writing style in this book. It is so different from the other Stephen Graham Jones that I have read. I have read The Only Good Indians, Mapping the Interior, Night of the Mannequins, and I read the teenage slasher one. I cannot remember the full title. Oh, I tried to read My Heart is a Chainsaw, and something about that one just like didn't click for me, but I also chalk it up to the fact that I am not a slasher girly, and so a lot of the classic slashers that are being referenced I don't know anything about. But other people have said that they don't watch slashers or know the references and ended up liking it, so I'm thinking it's like the writing style. But the one thing that I really like about Stephen Graham Jones is it always feels like his writing style is so complex and just ever changing and shifting depending on the projects that he's doing. And so for this one, it feels the most different than anything I've read from him. I mean, it could simply be because this is a historical horror, so that's just like very different than what he's done before that I've read. I don't know if this is like his first time writing historical horror, but from what I have read from him, that is not something that I've read. So I don't know. I was like immediately absorbed into it. I like the writing style. There's a more present day one where the main character is doing like a dissertation and she found some information about her grandfather. So as she's reading like letters and journal entries from her grandfather, it starts to shift into the narrative of her grandfather like speaking. So the narration actually like shifts in the audiobook as well. So highly recommend the audiobook because it goes from this female narrator talking about what she's researching and then starting to read a letter, and then the letter like slowly shifts into the man speaking and reading out the letter and like living in that moment. I think it's well done. I think it's so well done. Good morning. I'm proving my bread. I started it last night with Jared because Jared's helping me make this loaf, but he's not going to be here today, so I'm on my own. Here she is. This is Marjorie. You know what's wild? When you're using a timer for things, time is weird. Time is weird. Measuring time and actually seeing it go by is weird. I feel this way when I'm on a treadmill. I'm just walking along on my walking pad and I'm like, yeah, must have been walking for 20 minutes by now. Obviously, it feels like 100, but it must be 20. I look down, it's like 5. So anyway, we have like 10 minutes left until I can bake this bad boy. I am excited but nervous. I feel like I overworked the dough, but I don't really know. I'm just really nervous about this. Hello, I made bread. I made bread. It's not the most beautiful bread in the world, but I made it and hopefully it's good. I'm using Artisan Sourdough Made Simple by Emily Rafa. Jared has used and loved this and he was saying that this is one of the better recipes when you're like learning how to make sourdough. Also, this is my starter, Marjorie. Big Marge. Anyway, yeah, I used that recipe book to make my starter to make this bread. One of the things in the recipe though is that you're supposed to take the bread out of the Dutch oven and then put it directly on the baking rack for 10 minutes. And this is supposed to produce a crunchier bread, crunchier crust. The bread already looked very brown and it felt pretty crunchy, and so I didn't want to burn it. So I took it out early. That could be to my demise, but we'll find out. I'm gonna let it cool for the hour, I guess, or I can be really impatient and just eat it now, but I'm gonna try to cool it for the hour. If not, just like 30 minutes, I don't know. I'm gonna make some toast with it. I can't wait. I've always wanted to bake bread. I really love baking, if you couldn't guess from all the baking that I do. Okay. I think it looks pretty good. It smells really nice. Oh my god. I think we did something. Let me get some butter. The bad thing is I like can't tell you if it's too dense or this, that, I think, because I don't really know. Okay, so I think the craft corner as it stands is as good as it's gonna get for right now. I have some other plans for it, but it probably won't happen until a little ways into the future. I do really want to organize my, I think they're called the Alexa drawers that I've had for years. I think I need to organize those and make the bottom 3 a place where I can store the coloring books and my watercolor pads and my sketch pads, because that would really help with what's happening in the craft corner. That's kind of getting on my nerves. I don't love the coloring books and stuff being out. It's not the vibe for me. But okay, so we have the craft corner. This little pile right here doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't even worry about it. I do have a painting right here that I'm working on. This is what I'm talking about. I do not like all of these sketch pads, watercolor pads, the coloring books. I don't like them all out like this. I think these are called the Alexa shelves. Anyway, I've had them for like 10 years, I'm pretty sure. And they've been a variation of things, but I think I need to organize the bottom 3 shelves to like add all of these, you know? I think that would help me. But otherwise, the star of the show is a little pegboard. Although it's not the most beautiful, it is the most functional. So the top little pocket has a bunch of acrylic paints that I didn't have a box for, so they're just chilling in there. And then this little pocket here, the other gray pocket, has like things that I'm currently working on. So it has some diamond painting kits in there. It has my air dry clay, it has my polyamor clay, and it has some of the tools to do the air drying clay. And then next to that, in these 2 little guys, I have a lot of extra diamond painting, just things that I need. And then this one just has some paintbrushes that I use to paint on the acrylic paint to some of my air dry projects. And then these are the paints that I often use or reach for. So some of them are for the air dry clay. Some of them are just gouache painting supplies that I like to use a lot. And then these are like legit actual underglazes for pottery, because I actually do like regular pottery, but I haven't gone to a studio for a while. So these are just chilling here. Otherwise they would probably be in a bag going to pottery, but I've just kind of been doing my air dry clay and like polyamor clay. And then this is some like watercolor, and I have these like sticker kits that I've been really into. But otherwise it's just like a little spot for me to craft, and it also can be like a little spot where Jared hangs out if he wants to. So that'll probably be like an ongoing project for a while I figure out like what works best for me in this space. But I love doing these little updated office projects because it makes me feel happy to like keep updating my space in a way that's really functional for me. Anyway, friends, if you have nothing to say and you just want to say hi, feel free to leave a little pumpkin emoji down below, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye, friends.